Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Oh shoot, I don't want to finish it. I am going to invite Crystal Eve to join me. We have a really great show or interview session, however, whatever you want to call it, planned for tonight. I'm really excited. A few weeks ago, oh hey Crystal Eve, I'll bring you on. Oh, I hit the wave button. Never mind. Okay, there we go, add.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I'm glad everything's working.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it was kind of a rush to get everything set up. Traffic in my area has been horrible. They're
Oh,
doing this
dear.
big bridge project, and of course, all of the alternative routes are being flooded with all of the traffic that normally
Oh, my.
doesn't take place there. So it takes me a lot of more time to get home than it normally does. But
Oh, well, I'm glad you're here
um,
now. Yay.
yeah, safe and sound. So I was just starting to intro. Basically, I wanted to let everyone know that I kind of had this idea of doing a few little interview sessions with you. And I had some ideas about topics, and I just kind of threw it out there to whoever was interested in
Whoever wants
coming
to show up.
forward. Yeah, exactly. Whoever wants to show up and come forward and talk with us about those specific topics. And I wanted to talk about myths
Right.
because a lot of beings, energies are related or associated with mythical people or gods or goddesses or creatures. And I've just always been really fascinated with myths. And so I kind of threw that out there to see who would be interested. And Artemis, so a Greek goddess, Artemis, or the Roman goddess of Diana, stepped forward. And so that was like
Yay.
really exciting because I love Artemis. I've always been really drawn to her since I was a little girl, studying Greek mythology. And I'm a history. I have a degree in history, so reading and learning about Greek history was always like really fascinating to me.
Oh, that's neat.
And then also another being stepped forward, and this took me by surprise, and this was Quetzalcoatl. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but Quetzalcoatl is an Aztec god, and I pulled up Wikipedia just to explain who he is because I'm not really familiar with
I'm not
him.
familiar either.
Yeah, so Quetzalcoatl is basically a deity in Mesoamerican culture and literature whose name comes from the Nahuatl. I'm sorry, I'm butchering all of those names. But basically, it means feathered serpent. And first documented in Teotihuacan, essentially, isn't Quetzalcoatl is the Aztec god of wind, air, and learning, wears around his neck the wind breastplate, the spirally voluted wind jewel, is essentially what the name means, but I'm totally going to butcher it, so I'm not going to say it. And it's a talisman with a conch shell with a cross section cut out, and it was worn like a necklace by religious rulers. And yeah, so basically, he's just a really interesting figure in Mesoamerican history and culture and literature. So, and he is the god of learning and air and wind. So I thought
I
that
didn't
was
know there
really
was a goddess
interesting.
for it. It's so really neat.
Yeah, that was like super cool. And I feel like there's, of course, like on Wikipedia, there's just tons of information about him. But I feel like it also he delves deeper into relating to the arts, crafts, and knowledge. So not just learning, but arts and crafts. And I feel like he's really associated with myths or learning, you know. So I'm really excited that he stepped forward.
That's so cool.
And I've kind of checked in with both of them today just to see how their energies would come across for me. And Artemis is not forceful, but she's a strong presence, and she definitely is has a lot of energy in my crown area, more in my head space. And Quetzalcoatl, he came in through the back of my neck and kind of in the top of my back area. And I just felt more of an envelopment of energy from him. So it's going to be really interesting to ask both of them their questions. Which one do you want to start with?
Why don't we do Artemis?
Okay, so you have the questions, and these are just
Yes, I do.
quickly sketched out 5 questions. If you come up with any other questions, feel free to throw them out there, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Okay, so I am going to connect with Artemis now. Immediately, I'm feeling pressure on the top of my crown and on the sides and kind of all in my head area. Hello, dear ones.
Hello, welcome, Artemis.
Thank you. I am so honored to be speaking with both of you tonight about myths and humanity.
Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Because except for Ashley's intro, I didn't know anything about you. So just general information that you think people would like to know about you that they might not know.
Yes. I am the goddess of the hunt. Also, I am a goddess of birthing children. I am a famous goddess from the Greek culture. I am deeply connected with Mother Earth. Many seek to learn from me. Many connect with me on this earth. I represent a female energy in a female energy, and I'm wanting to say humanity or the human experience. She's saying it's more than that, though. A strong female presence, essentially. You may see me in a sculpture form. Famous sculptures are made of me, as well as paintings. I appreciate art. I love animals, and I protect animals and people who also protect animals. I connect with a lot of women who are of the natural arts, connecting with Mother Earth. If you are interested in connecting with me, please just ask me to come forward, and I will be a strong female energy to bring about balance in your life.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Do you have any general messages you would like to share with the people watching?
Yes, please take care of Mother Earth. Take care of the animals. Take care of each other. Be mindful of your footprint on the earth. Humans in this time frame take so much. Give back. Make sure that your taking does not outweigh your giving or care for the earth. Appreciate the nature that surrounds you in your home environment in your public spaces, in the wilderness. I am the goddess of the hunt, but that does not mean I promote the wanton killing of species of animals. The hunt, or to hunt, is a means of balance. We must, on this earthly plane right now, strive for balance. I am going to be speaking with you tonight on myths, but the connection with Mother Earth is primary in my message for you tonight. Humanity is an amazing collective of energies, and we are all one, and we must respect our earth, the earth that we, or humans, as well as many other spiritual beings, are on, or near, or around in this dimension. And we must respect it and bring balance.
Thank you. What are little things we could do every day to give back to Earth and also to create balance?
Yes. Be mindful of the utensils you use. Everything right now is designed for convenience. It is not that inconvenient to use utensils that are made of materials that will last a long period of time while using them, not necessarily a long period of time in a landfill or a garbage area. Try and eat more vegetables while meat is of your preference if you want to eat that. Vegetables are easier on the environment. Be mindful of what you purchase or collect in your home for your own ease, for your own energy. Choose products that are sustainable and will not harm you through various chemicals or frequencies that may not be good for you in this plane.
Thank you very much. That was very helpful. The next question I have is, how do you see the roles of myths in the human experience from your perspective?
Myths are wonderful, wonderful things. They are stories that humans created based on the observations and experiences in the time that they were created. Like everything has a grain of truth, myths also have a grain of truth. They were used in previous times, past times. It's all happening at the same time, but for this purpose or discussion, previous times of human existence, to explain the unknown, to address fears and questions, and to bring hope and entertainment to the human experience. Myths are a beautiful thing. While they were useful in the time that they were created for the humans to explain their existence in that time, they are essential for the humanity of today. because they are a means to bringing about I want to say magic, but kind of a sense of wonder is more what she's getting at, is a sense of wonder and amazement. And there are a lot of lessons that we today can learn from myths that are maybe missing in some of our current, I don't want to say, this is me talking, rhetoric, but in our current state right now, she's basically getting at that myths are able to share ideas in an easily digestible way, and they're still valuable for humans today, even though
Yay.
yes, even though they were created a long time ago. Let me try and get back into. Yes, even though they were created a long time ago, people today can learn from those myths about themselves as humans, but also about the possibilities of the natural world and the spiritual. It's a space to connect to the spiritual realm in a way that modern storytelling or modern experiences don't often allow.
That's wonderful. Thank you. This is my next question. As a god that is part of the mythological canon, what do you want humanity to know about myths and yourself?
Yes, I believe I've answered part of that
Yeah.
in that myths are important for humanity. In regards to myself, I am a being that had myths or tales written about myself. That does not mean that I am not real. I am an energy that you can connect with and interact with. Humans create many things to connect to what they may not be able to connect with otherwise. And myths are a tool that allowed them to connect to me, a spiritual being, a goddess of energy that is still relevant and still present in today's society, human society, or on the earth plane. I am still here, although you may not experience me as the goddess of the hunt, Artemis, in the Greek description of how I was, of, she's saying like the way she was represented before. So she's still here. We can still connect with her, but she's not solely the goddess of the hunt image that you may see in the sculptures and the art and things that she's referenced before.
She's more than that, is what you're saying.
Yes.
I'm just curious, is there a certain color that's associated with you? Because I'm very much attuned to color.
Yes, a dark hunter green that has some brown. I'm getting like brown undertones. You know, like that really dark hunter green. It can
Yeah.
have a slight variation, maybe some more yellows or blues, depending on the light. It shows different elements to it. Like a forest floor is kind of what it looks
That's
like, a
perfect.
dark green forest floor. Yeah.
Thank you. That's very helpful. My next question is, do myths play a role in human ascension?
Yes, they do. In the way I described earlier, myths allow for humans to allow for spiritual beings as well as their experience, and it allows for the space of all of these different energies to come together in a way that humans can relate to. So it will help with ascension in that it allows and opens up the human mind to more possibilities. You, as a human, only see what's happening in your 3D world. Myths create a space to think about other dimensions and how that relates to your 3D world and other energies and possibilities. So it is helpful for your ascension to think about myths or read myths and enjoy them for what they are, as a space to think about the world in which you're living in and the possibilities of other worlds and energies.
Thank you. And do you think we will see more myths coming into the consciousness now because we are ascending? That more people will be open to it?
It will maybe not take the form of the classical myth, like, the older stories. I think that with the ascension and the raising of the vibration of human consciousness, the reality is more digestible for the human beings who are ascending and seeking out this knowledge. It will not have to be packaged in a nice story, but the reality of the wonders of the universe and all of the things that are available will be accessible.
That's great. Thank you. Is there anything else you want us to know about myths or yourself?
I'm feeling just a warm energy from her. I'm getting that she wants us to know that I'm feeling like delighted. She's delighted that we are having this conversation. She's eager to connect with us and anyone who is drawn to her, learn about her, read her myths, and understand that she is still here, still present, and is willing to work with anyone who is interested in working with her. She can come in and help with your divine feminine energy to bring balance and confidence. She is a very confident female energy, and she is just wanting to make sure anyone who's interested in working with her, male or female, just call her in and she will work with you, and you can speak with her and she will listen and provide guidance.
Thank you. That's awesome.
And I'm feeling a really warm energy on my shoulders and the back of my head. She's definitely a very strong presence. So it's just nice to feel she's strong, but not like overly strong. Like she's very balanced.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, thank you,
Thank you.
Artemis, so much. That was really awesome.
Yeah, that was. I'm going to start calling on her. That's awesome.
Yes. I loved her comments about balance because I've always seen her as a very strong female character that, just kick ass and take names kind of person.
Right.
I mean, she's like literally in all this art and sculptures, like with her bow and arrow and her hunting dogs and running with deer, and she's like doing all this awesome stuff. And of course, the stories about her and Orion are really interesting. Um, and I definitely connect with Orion too. So it's really fun
That's
to
neat.
connect with her. And yeah, I'm excited to learn more about her.
I really enjoyed that because I didn't know much about her at all, so that was really
Yeah.
fun.
Okay, so I'm kind of, let's see, I'm shift a little bit.
Center yourself.
Yes, reset. Okay, Quetzalcoatl. Feeling a lot of heat in my shoulders and neck area, and also in my heart chakra space. Um, Hello. Thank you for
Hello.
inviting me today.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself for people that might not know very much about you?
Yes, I am the god of learning, learned peoples, uh, of art and music, and the dedication to learning, also of the wind and of other air elements, clouds, the sky. I am a god of many interests.
Thank you. It's good to get a chance to get to know you. Do you have any general messages you would like to share with us?
Yes, as god of wind and air, I humbly request that humans be mindful of the pollution that is filling the air and harming humans as well as animals and plants. Mother Earth is full of means of balance, and humans should pay more attention and learn more about the balance necessary for a healthier Mother Earth, Gaia, and humanity. There is a way to strike balance, and that is through everyday choices. For each human to choose products or methods of living that will be in alignment with their values of protecting the planet and protecting others, their loved ones, and in their community. I am also very amazed at the amount of technology that humans have discovered and been helped to discover. While these advancements helps the human society in the 3D, it ultimately may harm the humans in the 3D as well as Mother Earth. As a god of learning, I strive to help those who are dedicated to learning as best as they can anything that will help them to support and further the cause of human ascension. If you are interested in receiving guidance in your spiritual journey, please call on me and I can help you find materials or knowledge that will be best and most in line with your journey.
Thank you. That's very helpful. The next question is, how do you see the role of myths in the human experience? You did tell us that a little bit.
Yes, myths are important. They are stories with a kernel of truth, as Artemis has already said. This truth is the goal of the myth, to impart this truth. In today's society, myths can help distill a story or an idea into a simple kernel of knowledge, and they are important, although they will not be as necessary due to the human ascension worldwide. With the raising of the frequency, these truths will be more apparent and easier to understand without having to create additional facts or additional details in order to get to that truth.
That's good to know. Next question is, as a god that is part of the mythological canon, what do you want humans to know about myths and yourself? And you pretty might have answered that completely. Is there anything else you want to say to that?
Many do not know who I am, as the cultures I am more famous in are not as widespread as Western culture. I encourage you to learn more about the Mesoamerican cultures, as well as myself and my role to play in the expressions of the humans that worshipped me at that time. I am an energy that is described through these myths in the cultures that recognize me and identify with me. And I just encourage everyone who is interested to do more research, and that research will allow me to connect better with you if you are seeking my guidance and counsel as well.
Thank you. That's extremely helpful, and I will connect to you more. It was really wonderful getting to know you. How do myths play a role in ascension?
I believe we've already covered most of that. It was myths, stories, legends are distillation of truths that humans created in order to understand their world better. Artemis has also described that. Again, with human ascension, there will be less of a need to connect with myths in the same way that humans have previously connected with myths.
That's exciting that we can just go for the truth. That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there anything else you want us to know about myths or yourself?
I am feeling just a lot of energy in my heart chakra, and I'm feeling very elemental energy, like a very strong connection to Gaia, to Mother Earth, and I'm just feeling that his energy, he comes to me as male, and he was described as male. I'm not sure if, well, let's see, does he always identify as male? He primarily identifies as a male god, although he has a female counterpart uh, in balance in his character, as most spiritual beings do. Um, Anything else that you would like to say? I'm just getting that he's just sending a lot of love and positivity. It's really here in my chest and my heart space. And just a call for connecting to him more and learning more about him and about his myths in order to understand how he connected to the humans who, in a previous time, worshipped him as a god. And that he is definitely willing to help anyone out to connect to resources that will help them along their spiritual journey and in their ascension process, as he is the God of learning, and he is very supportive of people working to learn more about the universe and about things that they don't have ready knowledge of.
Oh, that's just awesome. It feels so good. Thank you.
Yeah. I was half expecting his energy to be more, I don't know, macho or forceful or jarring, I guess,
Yeah.
just because of all of the images that I've seen of him. And I don't know why I thought that, but I really like it. His energy is light and calming, but just definitely warm. And I feel like he's laughing at me now. Just thinking, like,
Aw.
why would you think that? He's very not nerd. I don't have a nerdy feel, but just definitely a learned,
Scholarly.
yeah, scholarly feeling. Yes, for sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was
Well,
really
thank you so
nice.
much, Ashley.
Yes. Well, thank you. This was really awesome.
Oh, also, do you know how to, can you
Go for it.
say how you spell his name for people that want to look him up? Because I want to look him up, but
Oh,
I
yes,
can't
for
even say it.
sure. Okay. So it's QUETZ as in Zed, ALCOATL.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And I just love all of the drawings of him. They're so colorful, and he has like a lot of head gear on and very beautiful, I guess, regalia, like a ceremonial costume or garb on. And it's just really cool to see. And um, the snake, air snake figure. Feathered serpent. Excuse me. The feathered serpent figure is like really prominent in a lot of the images of him, which is pretty cool.
That's neat.
This actually reminds me. I think I know why now I've connected with him maybe more easily than I would have if I didn't really know much about him. Um, I had a book when I was little. It was like a National Geographic coffee table book of Aztec and Mesoamerican
Oh, neat.
artifacts. And it was essentially a collection of all of their articles and images and all the artwork and stuff that they found on archaeological digs, like in the 70s and 80s. And I've seen a lot of the pictures that are on here, the drawings of him on here before. They're very familiar. So
Oh, that's
maybe he
fun.
was connecting with me when I was little, looking at those books. I don't know.
That's really neat for
But
parents to know when they're getting books and showing with their kids. They're helping them connect. That's really nice.
yeah, and I've always been really drawn to older, essentially ancient art and sculptures and architecture and design. And it's just always really cool to see how a whole culture and a way of thinking essentially is represented. And in the Aztec culture, their writing is all like not hieroglyphs, but pictographs or however you
Yeah.
call them, pictographs, or you know what I mean, pictures.
Yeah.
And I was always so fascinated with the Aztec and Mayan languages. So yeah, anyway, that's actually really cool that
That's
I've
really neat.
kind of put that together. Didn't think about that until just now.
That's really neat to have the background of why you came to you. That's fun.
Yeah, and that's really awesome. And right now I'm kind of in a space where I'm doing a lot of reading and doing a lot of research, and I'm trying to just expand, my knowledge base on all of this stuff that, as I'm starting to really channel and do a lot of work in this area for myself, my own development, but to help others. It's just so amazing what comes up and all the synchronicities and all of the things that are out there to learn about.
Yeah, it's so
So
neat. It's endless.
it's
It's
so,
awesome.
yeah, it's totally endless. So this is awesome to
So,
see him and for him to offer to connect with us and help us out with that. So I'm definitely going to be doing that.
well, thank you for
Cool.
tonight. And we'll do
Thank
it again very
you.
soon.
Yes, I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Thank you,
You're
everyone
welcome.
who's
Bye
watching,
bye.
and love you guys. Bye.
Bye bye.